Boom. Hello everyone, my name is Riley and this is the RDW Glass YouTube channel. Be sure to check out my website, which is rdw-glass.com, and be sure to check out my Instagram for daily content, which is rdw_glass. Alright, thank you very much for tuning in today. In this video we're going to be creating an Amanita muscaria mushroom. Now this is the classic red mushroom with the white dots, and it has a white stem. It's the Christmas mushroom. If you guys are into Terrence McKenna, you know a lot about Amanita muscaria mushrooms. And this is the classic, you know. And while we're over here, we'll go over some of our stickers. Why not? And there's more of them. See, the classic mushroom. And more of them. Alright, so today, the materials you will need if you're creating this alongside with us or creating this after you watch the video. I noticed in the stems of these Amanita muscaria mushrooms, some of them, most of them, aren't just fully white stems. There's a tint of like tannish in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this white and we're going to take some of this caramel and we're going to just dot a few dots of the caramel and we're going to mix it all in good together because I want to create a color that we don't have. So we're going to mix these two colors to create a color that I want to see. The other thing you'll need out of this white is a white stringer. Now I already pulled a white stringer, that way we do not have to take up that time pulling a white stringer, even though it only takes a second. But if you go back just one video, it's a tool talk about tweezers, and one thing that we do with tweezers is pull stringers, so you can see how to pull a stringer in that tweezer video. Alright, so we have white, caramel, and cherry red. Now why cherry red? Because I like it. It's a good red. Let's do this. Clear some of our earlier things that we were doing. Try to make sure you got a clean space to work with. Okay. Propane first. Why it's blowing is because I have a fan next to me. It doesn't really matter once you hit the oxygen and the flame gets more precise. And the fan does matter because it's hot as can be out here. And other than staying hydrated, the only other thing you can do is have a fan on there. We even have a little AC out here. I say a little, but it took a while to hook it up. Here come, bite on me. It's alright. I'm sorry for that noise. That's the chickens. Okay, why are you screaming? No, do not hop up on me. Oh, ow. Come on. You could have stayed in here, but you're yelling. Sometimes the chickens just yell at me for no reason. Maybe there is a reason, but... Alright. So, first thing we want to do is create our stem. I'm sorry for the chicken squawking. Alright, I'm going to close the door actually. Alright, I had to close the door. They were not wanting to quiet down. It's just the one. That's Penny. We got two chickens, Penny and Dixie. Got the Dixie chick and Penny, the Penny chicken. You can see I'm just doing a few dots on here, making sure that the white will still overpower the caramel. Caramel, 1, 2, 3. R-A-L-E-Y, the MC. MC is master of the ceremony. MC is microphone controller. MC is master conductor. MC is everything. We got a nice little mix, and we're rolling it. And then our L-marver. Alright, now we got a good enough mix that we should be able to pull this off. And this is going to be our first two-tone, or two-color mushroom that we're seeing on the channel. It's actually a three-color mushroom because of the caramel inside of the white, or mixed with the white. Now we got a cool color. It adds a little bit more to that mushroom stem, gives it like oh, it's rotting even more. And man, if you know about Amanita muscaria mushrooms, that is the god mushroom. I believe in God in a different way, but that's what they call it. Alright. We got a pretty comfortable stem in my mind. Alright. And I'm gonna fatten it or thicken it up. But we're going to add the cherry to the top first. Nice quick attach. And we're going to go up and burn some of the cherry, as much as we want for the cap. I'm thinking about here, probably. Yeah, do a fat cap on here. I might need to take some off. Just because I'm eyeballing the amount. And what we want to do with that cherry is melt it down to basically a ball on top of... I could have actually left some of that on there. We're going to go back and add some. Yeah. Should not have... We'll see. Maybe I shouldn't have second guessed myself, or maybe it's crucified. Now what we're doing is we're using gravity as our friend. We're doing that by holding our hand at an angle and letting the piece melt back. See what happens for a second if I stop my rotating. What we're doing is just getting that cherry red hot. start to kind of want to make sure it's smoothly connected with that white. Because if you ever look at the bottom of an Amanita muscaria mushroom, the bottom is white. And it has some lines that we're going to try to recreate too. Aha, the other thing you'll need for this is a knife if you want to make the lines that are underneath the mushroom. If you look, it's usually not flat underneath a mushroom. It's usually got some lines to it. And that section is basically what our mushroom cap is going to do. And I use this all the time. Just make sure you're controlling your pressure. You don't want to press too much. You don't want to press too little, obviously. If you press too little, you're not going to get enough done. If you press too much, you're going to smush your section, and then you're going to have to possibly restart. Now what you're starting to see is white overtaken by that cherry red, and that's what we want. It's coming out exactly how I wanted. It's always awesome when that happens. The reason I'm holding it at an angle like this now is because I want that red, cherry red, to melt more. That way it can be pressed over the white even more. Now what you see here is me pressing this in the L and using the, basically it's pressing here, here, you know what I mean? It's getting a good compression. So I use that to my advantage right there. And we're starting to get a really cool look. Starting to get a really cool look going. And if you remember, cherry red is one of those cadmium colors, so it's like a Crayola color, and it can bubble if you're not careful with it. That's why we're working with a flame that's not so oxidized today. Working with a nice high heat propane flame. Oh yeah. Now we got the mushroom cap that I've been looking for. It's red, and then underneath is white. But you can't see the white from the outside, which is exactly what I was going for. Everyone wanna see until you MC. Got a marble mold down there. Just kind of pressing that mushroom cap in there a little bit to create a, rounded edges. We're gonna actually do it here. That way we can minimalize the things we're using. That way, you only need a few tools to be able to accomplish what we're doing. This is always meditative, and it's good for the mind. If you're glass blowing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Nice. Now we got a cap. I am going to have to add more to our stem, but that's okay. I was kind of, I was kind of right about the amount cherry we had on there. But now, we're taking the flame and we're getting nice and precise. Alright, we're taking our white stringer, and we're just going to dot. Similar to what you've seen us do with our other mushroom videos. I'm going to sit down that way I can hold my hands a little more steady. There we go. When you're dotting your mushroom, don't just dot on the top. Make sure you throw some dots on the bottom, like towards the bottom of the cap as well. That's good. No, I did want to add one right here. Right. Woo! Looking good. Now, most of the time I melt my dots all the way in, but I'm going to keep these ever so slightly bubbly on top. They're going to be melted in mostly. The reason I want them ever so slightly bubbly is just because that's how they are on the mushrooms themselves. Oh yes. Alright. Get a punchy. Alright. Now we're going to add more to our stem. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by making sure that we're keeping a very similar mixture going. We don't want to just now do the bottom of the stem just white, because the top of the stem is the mix of caramel and white. So we're going to make sure we keep that consistency going. Perfecto. If we want to add even more, that's okay. Because I want this to be more of a statue than a handle of anything, which means we can add a little bit more to it. That double sneeze. something here. Oh yeah. Alright, we're going to do those lines I spoke about. We're going right under the mushroom cap. Ready? And what we just did there was create some texture. And that's for the future owner. So what we just did was create some texture, right? And that's for, you know, the future owner of this is going to say, oh my goodness, look at the bottom of that. Looks realistic as it can be. Now this red is very hot. This red is very hot. So it does not look like this right now, but once it cools down, it's going to look like this. So we're going to let it cool down a little bit, and I'm going to be able to show you that. But yes, here we go. We have this mushroom, and we're going to knock it off of here. And we're going to polish that area. And we're just going to get the bottom hot real quick. I just want to make sure it stands flat. Oh, look at that. That's a beauty. Amanita muscaria mushroom. Nah! Just kidding. It is about 4.5 hours after we made this. So now we're checking what it looks like, taking it out of the kiln, taking a gander, and it looks beautiful. We got those cool little mushroom things that are under the mushroom. Not bad, huh? And it'll sit, and then somebody could have it on their table or up as a statue. Pretty cool. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. Have a great rest of the week. Be sure to tune in every single Tuesday for a brand new video. And this is RDW Glass. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the RDW Glass experience. And this is my website, where we have glass available for sale. And RDW_glass is my Instagram. And that is where I have daily content. Daily content like slider auctions and pendant auctions. This is going to be coming up this week, and so is a video on how to do that. But ending today are these auctions right here. And then these are going to be ending. These are going to be ending tomorrow, and then these are going to, excuse me, these are going to be ending the next day, or that's going to be ending the next day. So yeah, if you go to Instagram today, you'll see these 3 pieces up for auction ending. All right, stay safe, everyone. Happy melting. See you next Tuesday. Peace.